Hi, welcome into this Go High Level tutorial for beginners. My name is Michael with Viral Home-Based Pursuit, and in this video, I will be walking you through the inside of the services, how they work, and by the end of this, you knowing if this is worth you moving forward with or not. Before I get into things, if this is the first time you're watching me, I've been a digital entrepreneur for many years now, running multiple businesses, one in the digital marketing agency space, one in the lead generation space. You can say a subset of one another, one in health affiliate marketing, helping people with vitamins and supplements, pain relief creams, ergonomic desk chairs, seat cushions like this one here. I'm sitting on one. Many physical and digital products. I've been doing those for many years, still have them subcontracted, contracted out, and I still come in there and do things. Then you could say I graduated into helping people with CRMs, tools, courses, and more, and like what you see here, to then other ventures. And then eventually, now doing this for many years, I'm a business funding expert. So I've had quite a bit of a journey, doing a lot, having a lot of success. And then seeing how I funded my businesses, I wanted to steer people in the right direction and helping people and then in their businesses. And so I help people through credit, cash flow, collateral, liquidity, equity types of products. And I work with the best direct lenders, is also indirect. And there's a lot on this side that I can help with. Also, if you stick with me until the end of this video, in case you don't have a business and you're looking at Go High Level to start with, or you do have an existing one and you'd like to add something extra to it per month that's more predictable, perhaps, and also more residual, then I'll show you how to clone one of my high six-figure plus per year businesses and make it your own with done for you videos, templates, scripts, and so much more to help you power forward in the business funding services agency, and not just funding, but other products like healthcare, health share, the pharmacy RX program, uh, payment processing, and others. So let's get right into it. Enough of that. Here we're in the prospecting page. And just before this, you can click a button and then it'll tell you can search for local businesses to run an audit report for. And in here, you can add prospects manually, or you can search on the bar here. You see examples as dry cleaners near me, restaurants near me. And so we can type something like that. And just remember that you can also find these on Google. So if you typed in restaurants near me, or in a specific county and a specific city, however granular and elemental or higher up you want to go, you can do that and find those listings on there, like with Google My Business and more, and see if you can target those from top down, depending on what your strategy is, if you already have one. And so in here, if we go to add prospects manually, we can go ahead and add them by business name, phone number, address, all the way down here to enter website. And then you can toggle this on if you have a point of contact at this business. But for this one, since we won't do that, we will go back to map search and give you an example on how to find one. So let's just say it were chiropractors. We can say dentists. You can even get more granular with the names. But let's just say restaurants near me, but it won't always bring the result like that. So what you want to do is type in near, you want to get more granular. You don't want to always type in the states. That'll be more, a lot of surrounding areas, but you could do that if you were targeting more from higher up than down, or you're getting more niche and then you're moving up the other way if you do that. And so in here, let's just type in a city that I used to live in once, and that'll be Garden Grove, California. Now I'm in Washington. So we have the results. We can select from the one that's most appropriate. Since it's in California, not the other ones, we'll go ahead and select this one right here. And in here, you'll get a map from where they're located, how close to one another they are. That could be an advantage to you depending on what you're doing and how maybe you might be doing things on foot in case you needed to, or just so you know they're locally nearby one another. Here, pick a business to generate a marketing audit report. You have the business name all the way over to the conversion rate, which is great. It shows you how they convert and then their ratings and their stars and what you would see things like on Google and perhaps in other locations out there. But GBP claimed, yes, WordPress, they don't have. Their conversion rate is there. And then we're not going to click through one just yet. We're going to want to go through these and you can figure out which one based on ratings, based on their conversions, based on what they already have set up. If you're going to go set up for them a WordPress website, if you're running a marketing agency, you're going to do social media with the social media marketing agency, your consultant. And also, I'm going to get into like the pricing stuff on the Go High Level. So don't worry about that. I'll get into it and show you what they have on those plans. And just so you know, all this information I'm going to leave for you down below if you'd like to get started. I might give you some bonuses, but if not, it's okay. Just you see the description down below is where you can get started. And there's more resources, especially if you wanted to clone one of my high six-figure plus per year businesses. And so here you can see quite a bit. You can go to the next page if you wanted to and give it a second to load the results. You see that when you click through one of them, you'll be able to get the details looked at it this way, and you can have a point of contact with this business. If you do, you'll toggle that on. You see their website right there. And then let's go back to here and type in restaurants. It'll populate near. So you see that there. Now if we go to the next page, see how it took a little bit of time to load? That'll happen sometimes. So you see that now with the results. They have WordPress websites. You might want to work with somebody that has that into your liking, but the conversion maybe not so high. So you go ahead and figure that out. And then over here, if we click on one of them, let's just say it was the top listing. Let's just say, for example, that's what you wanted to do, whatever you were basing it off of. You click through here, and then you'll see where they're listed again. And over here, the information, the sites. And then if you want to save the prospect, you can go ahead and do that. Once you do, we'll give it a second and it is going to go ahead and save all that. The report generation is in progress and it'll be completed. And you'll see that when you go back into the prospecting, which ones are added. And then you can share the report, export the report, and more. Now, there's the agency dashboard where that will show you like the revenue coming in, the recurring amount, Stripe, and things like that. And then the other ones you have are like sub accounts, account snapshots, and more will be going down here. But you'll spend a good amount of time on sub accounts. And why I say that, so if we clicked on here, I have different businesses and different listings and things I've been having going on at different times, but we're going to use one as an example if you were getting set up. But over here, if I clicked right here, I'm on one of them and I'm using the sites. And I'll show you how to get into this soon on the funnel builder. And I've made another review with GoHighLevel that I'll link you to down below as well. That starts with the front end of the page and goes through like the pricing a little bit more faster, or somewhat. But that'll be down below as well if you'd like to check that out. And if I come back here, we're going to go through an example. So over here, you'll create a sub account is what you're going to be using. You're going to have your listed information, account, general, social profiles, and quite a bit. This was just kind of an example that I show people with as if you were getting started off. And so you go through here, you'll have the things you need. The offer conversation AI, how does it work? You can learn more about that. Resell Yext, deploy Yext directly. Use this option if you are offering Yext as a part of your offer, or if you wish to bill your client externally. And then High Level gives you a discount compared to the stock rate, which is usually billed at $999 with yearly commitment. High Level's wholesale price is just $30 a month with only 1 month commitment. That's what I love about Go High Level too, is that they have their own pricing and their own benefits to it. They have their own white labeling too, which is great. That might be something you're interested in doing and offering. And they just have a lot of flexibility. It's an all-in-one. And they offer all the like email stuff, the phone, the funnel builder, and quite a bit. And I have other third parties out there, like Aweber is one that I've been using for a long time for email marketing. Then I have other services like ClickFunnels. I still use that for a lot of the stuff I have to get going and doing. But over here, once you're done with that, you can click on switch to sub accounts. But over here, you see load snapshot, delete, pause sub account. So you can always do that. But switch to sub account is where you will be operating a lot of. And over here, you get the launch pad. And in here, it'll get you started on your path to success. And you can download their app and engage with your leads on the go. You'll want to do that. Generate more leads from Google My Business, monitor and reply to GBP conversations and reviews. You can connect there, connect directly with prospects and customers via Messenger and Conversion, and sync your Facebook leads with their CRM. So I'm not going to go through each one of them individually, but you can see that and connect all of this. It's in your benefit, especially if you're going to be managing clients' businesses and sites and stuff like that. You want to make sure you have everything for them ready to go. And so in here, you have the dashboard. And this will give you the opportunity status, the value, the conversion rate, because this is a new account you're seeing as that. And that's what you'll get when you get started. And so you see all this in there. And then you have conversations. There's no conversations right now, but if we go in here, we can create a new message, select the contact we want to select from this sub account that we have and everything we put in there. And then we can go in there and send them a message just from here. And then calendars, you see all this for anything you're trying to schedule, like an appointment. It says over here, book a call with me, book audit results call, demo request. So after you've done the whole audit results, you can book the call with them to go over that or before, or however you so choose to and what you're doing. And then contacts, before we do that though, we'll go over here and select new, book appointment and calendar. You can choose from whichever one fits it. Blocked off time, you see this? Going on vacation, taking some time off, block off time on your calendar to prevent clients from booking appointments. Existing appointments will still remain on your calendar. So you can use the part here where it says user/calendar, and you can select from one of those options as well. Appointment title, the date and time when that will be, when you're going to be having blocked time off, and then have it scheduled so your clients have the right expectation. And I have since I have multiple businesses, I have like even on the funding side right now, I'm getting appointments, and whether it's through here or another third-party tool, perhaps it's Calendly, or I have my own inbuilt uh, plugin, or the plugin that's already using by WordPress I'm using to add on to a page. So I have that set up as well. And over here, I have there's a few details you can also put here to get that started. And the appointment title, it gives you an example, appointment with Bob, so you remember who you're scheduling that with. And not only just a name, but likely schedule their business name, name of the person, name of the business would really help you align that because there might be more than one Bob, or you just might forget. You want to make sure you have that scheduled correctly, so you're not going, oh, who? Oh, and sometimes we do need that reminder. You can select the contact right here by adding, after adding them, you have them right here, and you can go ahead and have that all scheduled, ready to go. Now, let me exit out of here, and that can show you when it'll be scheduled if you were to do that. But I'm not going to go through each sequence, but you'll see that on here when it's all scheduled and done. And then appointments. Here you can see your appointments perfectly put together for you, so you can see it. Calendar settings, demo request. You can even go over here and edit it. So if we go into here in this format, we can add a calendar logo, calendar name. We can change that. What's the description of it? So you remember what this is you're using that subject for. And then custom URL, you can change the event color. You can brand it to what you have in case the business owner already sees your brand. You like have a green color or a blue color, however you want to put that. I would always do that just to have everything synonymous, everything having it equal for branding, business branding, personal branding, things like that. Availability you have over here. You can change from forms and payment. Quite a bit you can do here. It's pretty cool. Notifications and additional options. Select the type of notification you would want to receive. Here it's always acknowledgement email usually. Who should receive this notification? Would it be the contact? Would it be other additional emails? Let's say you are trying to get in contact with somebody else on the team, and there you go. You can have an additional amount, or if it's sent to you as an additional notification, or however you want to set that up. It's pretty cool. Connections, link to your calendar. You can do that as well. Customizations, click upload here for calendar cover image if you want to do that. Have it more branded and have your logo and have all this other stuff customized to you, which is pretty cool. You won't always see that in other appointment booking options. So gives you a lot of flexibility and versatility when it comes to this. So people can resonate with you more and they're likely to choose you more than somebody else. When they see you put that extra effort in, that goes far for somebody. It'd go far for me if I saw more about what you did and what you offered. Like you as a person first, business, like, okay, great. And does that align with what I want to do, not only in business, but as a person? Your core values, vision, and mission in life matters a lot to me. And here, conversation AI. So if we clicked on, oh, let's go back here actually. But there's quite a bit here. Let's go back to this section to contacts. And this is for this sub account. Like you have multiple sub accounts you can create for different businesses. And I'm showing you one as an example here. Smart list, all the way to manage smart lists. And this is where you would have your contacts. And over here, you can export. You can even import contacts. So if you were to do this, you can go in here to upload, to map it, and then 3, the details are inserted, and then you would upload that file. And then you can cancel here, export the contacts, which is great. If you have like an Excel spreadsheet or whatever you're trying to do, and maybe you're on LinkedIn or you're trying to get in contact with, like there's so much you can do. Send review requests. add to campaign, workflow, send SMS, send an email, however you prefer to do it with those contacts. You can do it from in there internally. Opportunities, we go down to this section. You see the new leads, the hot leads, completed the survey, booking requested, and then over here, booking confirmed, services sold. So you can keep track of how many leads are coming in and what's the conversion. You can even do your own like average cost per conversion or however you look at it. And you can better manage your analytics and a lot of the stuff, your conversion rates, your click-through rates, a lot of other stuff that you want to keep track of in analytics and data reporting, which is big to a lot of us as businesses and excuse me, business owners. But here we go into payments and you can see invoices, all invoices, recurring templates there, proposals and estimates. You can go through this. Subscriptions added, transactions, the products for that subscription and for others. You have the coupons, the settings, the integrations you can add, but on this screen you can see here, create and manage all invoices generated for your businesses and business for this sub account, you say. So new here, send a one-time invoice if you wanted, and then a new recurring template. So if we clicked on here, it'll bring up this tab where see how it's properly formatted. This is just the example. You'd have like your business name or your name there, and then just the information that would be sent to the person and what you're trying to do there to collect, add the client, bill to, click on here. If you've done any invoicing, you'll know how simple this really is, or you have somebody else who can help you with the billing, the financial side, the accounting side, and making sure all that is managed correctly. There's that as well. Integrate the payment gateway, and you can do it later. And so if you clicked on here, you can integrate anything from here to the right, you see, and then as we scroll down, you see PayPal at the very bottom. And Stripe is one that is very popular that a lot of people use, but it just depends on what you're trying to do. The gateway ID, security key, and then public key, you'd want to insert that from there and then have that on this side. But back to the payments, well, we already went through quite a bit of this, but there's different sections of it. Like if I click through each one of them, subscriptions, they're not added yet, but you'll see them, transactions, products, coupons. But in here, you can go ahead and create a product listing and product information, enter the title, the description of it, the media, product type, pricing point on it. And over here, pricing, it'll take you to each one of them, the variants, add options like size or color again for branding and for somebody to see it more clearly. Pretty cool stuff though. Shows you quite a bit that you can add. Integration settings. So if we go to integrations, we saw that already. The settings over here, you get to see the receipts and what's coming through and so forth. For taxes here, you can create tax. So name the tax, the rate, description, and then the tax ID number. So there's quite a bit there that you can add and keep track of your payments going in, going out. It's very robust, pretty cool. As opposed to what I've seen from other ones out there, this one is one that I highly recommend looking at. And then we go into here with marketing, and you can manage your social media in one place, manage your social accounts, and they'll tell you keep track of your social media presence, keep your social presence active by publishing posts across multiple social media networks at once. One thing I do want you to know is I am the more introverted type, and so sometimes I'm not best with my words. It's hard to me be on video as it is. I do more of a lot of blogging stuff. I created a lot of video stuff because I've learned the skill set of it in business and businesses, but I'm more comfortable with like the writing stuff. So if you ever hear something like that from me, it's just because of my personality traits or that I'm an introvert, I'd say. But save time by scheduling posts, but you can go ahead and click on each one of these and it'll go ahead and help you connect it. And then you can click here to get started once all of that is there. And then you'll go to this bot and then go to the next. And so you can connect these accounts to it. It's very simple. Automation. So you have different workflows you can add. These are just examples that I've added before in the past to demonstrate. And you can create a workflow, create a folder for them. But in here, we can start from scratch, import a campaign, receipt, recipe, appointment booking, excuse me, receipt. And then you have the different types that you can go ahead and click through. And you see them as you scroll down. There's quite a bit. I like to just say it as in how it is right there. And I'd usually click on the start from scratch. So if you want to go ahead and do this one, let's go ahead and do that unless you had one from importing from a campaign. So our recipe, let's say for this, is we can go ahead and add a new workflow trigger. And these are going to be where you're going to do the majority of your emailing. So in here, if we add a new workflow trigger, we can go ahead and select the email by typing in email. And it will usually have like a send email for in the email marketing side of things. So if we come back over here, the thing you want to do is make sure you first go to settings and then you go to email services. And then here it's going to say important notification, boost your email deliverability. Why should you consider this upgrade? And then it'll give you the details there, brand credibility, increase control, reduce spam flagging, enhance deliverability is really the biggest point. And so you want to set up your SMTP service. I'm not going to get into all the technicalities of this, but you want to make sure that your email is landing in their inbox that they need to see for the majority of it, and that it's going to be tagged to you and that it sends correctly from your domain attached to it. And so in here, you can add a service, dedicated domain. So if you clicked on add service, you can add the SMT provider that you're working with and add all that. I won't go through it all in this tutorial on how to do that, but with this, you also have training up here or help that you need. So if you click on the need help over here, you can join a Zoom call. And what they'll do, it's very amazing what they do, and they have great support. And you'll join this Zoom room, and they'll have like a lady or somebody, a gentleman, saying, welcoming you in, telling you to tell them, like you can send it in the chat. Sometimes they tell you to say it in the voice, like later at night, maybe, but you can put into the chat, hi, how are you, things like that, and put your name. Well, you can put the email or your ID that you have attached to this account right here, the relationship ID. You can copy that. They'll ask for that, or you can use your email that you used to sign up with. And then they'll say, what's your reason for being on here, support or this, or on onboarding, you just got new. Okay. And then you can tell them support. They'll know that. You don't have to say support all the time. They'll figure that out for the reason. And then they'll bring you into a room when you're ready. There'll be a list of people waiting to get into a room, and then you can communicate with somebody there. And it doesn't have to be face to face. It can be without showing one another's selves on Zoom, like I do normally, and I feel better, like just unmuting and telling them, hey, hi, and here's the issue. And you can even get on the share screen with them. When you get on the share screen with them, they'll see this. They can even point you. They have like a little pointer. They can just tell you, like, click here, click there, if you don't see it easily, or they'll still do so. And then they'll guide you on how to get that set up. Their tech support team, they have a lot of stuff, and they want to do what's in the best interest of you. So it's an open API and a lot of this stuff to help you better maximize your efficiency as a business owner. And so back in here, you want to make sure you add that. You can do this with a dedicated domain. And over here, you're going to be connected to the lead connector email system, which is amazing. It's really robust and connects everything. And in here, you click on dedicated domain, and you'll click on add domain from either one of these. And then it says here, sending from a dedicated domain improves the likelihood of landing in the inbox. So we'll click here. And in here, you're going to have an LC dot my domain. So these are LC domains. I'm not going to get into the technicality of all that right now. You can also look at the support documents. If you typed in LC domain, it'll give you the resources for that. It's very simple to follow. And you can also do that right here. So if you go to need help, visit our help center, and you can type in something like LC domain, dedicated sending domain setup on Google domain LC, how to set up a dedicated sending domain LC. So you can click there, and you can see that it gives you all the support you need, and it's amazing to have all this. I even show you images of it. So the support is, no pun intended, high level. Back into here, you can add your LC domain. And what I would do here, since you're going to be sending it from an email, I usually like to do email dot, and if it were my funding business, I'll put something like viralfundingsolutions.com. And that could be sent like that, or mail dot, you could do that as well. Or if you're handling different businesses like agency dot, like something like that. But email dot is something that resonates with people. And then you'll have to do the new DNS records, the MX records, all that other stuff. And domain logs get lost from your Mailgun account. And you'll see it once you start testing the emails get sent. You'll see how it doesn't have the MSGN or the different roots at the end. It'll have your domain instead of what's provided to you here by GoHighLevel. And so you want to do that first and foremost. I recommend that before starting to send out emails. Once that is all taken care of, you also see phone numbers, which we'll get into here soon. But in this part, you have the new workflow. And workflows, again, are going to be what you work off of when you send your emails. And so right now, we don't have the templates for it. So if I go over to sites, I'm going to go into the, uh, 1 second. So over here, you have funnels, websites, WordPress, client portal, form, surveys. So it's quite a bit of stuff there. Now it's under marketing here, where we can then create from a template if we wanted to. So if we go in here, you have a general client's email template, but we can create a new one, create template from existing campaign, email marketing templates, blank template, import email. So if we select it from their templates, you're going to see a wide variety of them right here that you can go ahead and go through. And you can select based upon the category. So let's say business coaching and consulting for your industry, if that's the case, or it can be health related. So you can look at these and see if you would like to use them or use a blank template. I usually go with the blank template unless you're like sending maybe a newsletter or you want to get that granular and you want to get that specific. You can even add your logo there. So it makes it very simple with these enhanced templates for you. And in here, we can go into template snippets and add a template snippet. So what this will do is it'll give you two options: add text template or add email. You want to add email, one's already populated there. So that's the business funding clients email template one you can create. Let me show you how that one looks like first. So if I go in here to edit it, it'll bring up this. Now, when you create a new one, it'll be all without anything shown, but you can add in here the different details, the body of it, and what it'll look like. And this you can use as like a campaign template. So if you create multiple campaigns, you can even use this for one campaign and create templates for it. So if we go to add template snippet, add emails, and then in here we want to name it. Over here, since we have this, like this is a quick shortcut. Copy this one and then add a new template. And then we can just do that here. Oh, sorry, do the text one. And we can go in here, email. And then the subject line, what do you want that subject line of that email to be? High converting business leads for you, something like that. It can be whatever it is, and then put in here the details. If you've noticed and you have a different autoresponder tool, like the font size can vary. So I would do like no more than maybe 14, unless you have somebody who can't really see things, excuse me, too well, and they need to see a higher font. Because once you go into 16 here, you see how big that is. And if you test it in the email, it'll look kind of big. And in here, like 11 to 12, 12 works well. And Verdana, it's a good one. Arial, I use a lot of. Helvetica, that's another one that's commonly used. But you can use Arial in here. Just remember to make sure you have those things adjusted. And the email side is a whole different subject of its own, so I might have a different video for it, but if it's not, it's okay. And so in here, you can go ahead and enter the details. Let's just go ahead and blah, 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 blah. Or I can kind of have a variant from the last email that I put and attach in a file from address to address, and then I can save it in there. Now I have my templates, and this will be relevant here soon. Now, underneath emails, I can go into campaigns and then also create a new one. You can do it from blank right here. You'll click on as the new one. And then you can use a design editor, the code editor, the feature-rich HTML editing. I like to have the design editor help me out with this. And we go in here. You can have also chosen the other one. And then you can go in here on the left-hand side, click the add button, text, drag that over. Let's just say let's add here. It gives you a heading and a paragraph. So you can go ahead and do all that you need, increase the size if you need to, the padding. But in here, what I can then do is then I'm going to save it. You can also send or schedule. So if you go to send or schedule, you can send the sender email, schedule when you want to, batch the schedule, RSS schedule. And so everything is in there. And let me move this back, but make sure you title the campaign and what you're doing so you don't get lost in any of it. And this would be a template that you can also input when you're going to go and send the emails and you create a new email, and you can populate this kind of stuff in there. So sample email, let's just say for campaigns. And you might have different campaigns, but similar emails. So just keep that in mind. And then you can go ahead and click save here. You have the little icons here. You can move the add line height if you needed. Over here, test the email. You can go ahead and do that. And then from address, send a test to email subject, and then send that over and look it up. Look it up on the email that you want to go ahead and have that sent to. Preview the template if you wanted to. Click right here. You'll see that desktop, tablet, mobile, and what it would look like. Go back here and then see version history, file attachments if you needed to. So it gives you everything. On the left-hand side here, you can select from a lot of different things and a lot of different options. And the FAQs, it has everything there. Manage elements, appearance, A/B testing, saved items. You can do that. And so now let me go ahead and go back here. And once I go underneath the automation, you're going to be working in workflows. So this is where you're going to be creating your campaigns for these emails. So if we already created one, as you see here, and on the 13th, let's select this one. And here you can see the settings. You won't really need to do a lot from there. You could move things around if you wanted to, but you see settings allow reentry, stop on response, communication, and then you can draft or publish this. Make sure it's on publish before you start sending people to a like capture page and you collect their name and email. And so here you can add your first action and you can type in email. And what it'll do is it'll bring up that send emails, which you're going to want to do. But even before that, you can add a new workflow trigger. So if you say you want to do a contact tag, make sure that maybe you're using tags to then bring people into this campaign, then you can do that is add that contact tag and select the filters, tag added, and then select the tag. These are previously added ones, but you want to add the one that's corresponding to it. Let's say we do have a tag, we'll add that, but isn't always the most necessary thing you need to do. But for this, let's go ahead and delete that trigger. And so in here, we can go ahead and click on the plus button. And again, we'll go into the email. You can type that in. But before that, you'll see all of this down here. You can see a lot of different things. I won't go through each one of them right now, but grant group access, revoke group access, membership grant offer, all the way to marketing, affiliate, membership communities. You have payments, appointments, opportunity, Elisa, AI appointment booking, sent to Elisa agent platform, workflow, AI with ChatGPT. You have that. You have the other functions as well that you can use. As you see, as we go up here, internal tools, workflow, you send data, the communication to the contact. You can always search the action. But for this one, let's go ahead and do. If we wanted to wait a day, though, you can do wait. And if we went here, you want to send this after 40 minutes or after an hour, let's say, which commonly people will use. I still have those for some campaigns, especially my other autoresponder tool, like on Aweber. You can save the action here. You don't have to go through the advanced window unless you want to go ahead and add all this stuff. And when you want to have it resume, and let's just go ahead and deselect, save action, and then you can go ahead and click here. But if you didn't need that, you didn't need that. I'm just showing it for the demonstration. Send email or voicemail you can do, which is a great option. You can, not with other autoresponder tools, really. Can you do that? To give you that flexibility. There's a lot of stuff that you get in here. And then action name, you can name it how you want to name it, email one or a specific subject. From name, I already have it populated, so you'll get that more or less as you go forward. And then templates over here, as we were doing earlier, you'll see that you'll get different funding templates. And I should have put number 2 here as we were doing it earlier because we had one already. Apologize for that. But here, you see that how that already uploads it right here to what we already had, and then high converting business leads for you. And just from here, you can use it from other campaigns that can populate this. But in here from email, you can go into account, and then there's various ways to look at how to add this. But in here, you can go to email, and then from name, you use username as it was already populated. Username, full name, you can have your first and last name populated. There's different ones you could have used too for this one, but just for the demonstration, you see that here. And then we can just send a test email. And if we're ready for that, we can add an attachment if not, and then save the action. And then next thing you know, you go over here, and then you go to the wait. And then over here, what you can do with the icon here is copy if you wanted to. Yeah, put this. Copy action. You can do that. You copy that action there. You can use other formats. So if we go into here, copy all actions from here, move this action, delete this action, comment what you want to put in the comments so you remember things. But over here, we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We'll go ahead and do this. Make sure you have it. Wait 1 day, 2 days, however you want it. And then again, you'll add the other email, you have another template, or you can create it from scratch or however you decide to do it and have everything organized and then ready to go. So when that's done and you're ready to publish it, make sure you toggle that on and then you save it. Let's just say we did that and then we saved it. Make sure the workflow name is correct so you're not losing track. Saved, workflow has been saved. We come back here. And then now you have your different workflows. I've been removing and adding things over time, so you see a very limited amount right now for demonstration of this video. But here you can see sites we'll go into next. And here is where you'll have your different funnels. So you can create your own funnel here, web pages. You can do it from the templates or from blank. Let's go ahead and just, for the time of this video too, let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just click on Awesome Funnel 3 or however you want to name it. That's so you remember you're going into the right one. And from here, now we will do Awesome Funnel 3, and then you see when it's created or when it was last updated. Edit, clone it, you could do that too if you wanted to. Move to folder, upload funnel template, share, delete, and then we're going to go ahead and select Awesome Funnel 3 there. And then you can add the steps. So it's not complicated. It's very straightforward, but here you see phone configurations are missing for this account. Please contact agency. So we will ignore for now, but make sure you add that stuff. We'll get into the numbers here soon. So add a new step. You can go ahead and here name the page Awesome Opt-in Page 1 to collect emails, let's say, and then Awesome Business Opt-in Page or Starting Page or Awesome Business Starting Page, Start Page. However you want to list it. You can even import this from ClickFunnels. I don't have mine on ClickFunnels, the tab open right now, but you could take this where you look at the funnel or the page you want to add here, you go to the URL. That's the main URL that you'll see on your pages when you start creating these pages and these funnels. And you'll take that URL and you'll import it right here. And it'll ask you if you have had permission in that. You can select it, and then it'll start creating that, and then it'll have it here. Maybe you can't always upload or move everything like quizzes. I know I've had troubles with those, and though if you're trying to use a quiz builder, I'm hoping they can add that to this. They don't really like have that as robust in how I would like it. Like ClickFunnels isn't the most robust anyways, but I also use Thrive themes and I've created a lot of quizzes for people and also for what I'm doing. And so I hope that's something that is more along the pipeline. And I wouldn't knock them down for not having it really, but it would be much more helpful because a lot of us, we want to have somebody go through a quiz and for qualifying and also for them about having a better understanding. And it's a better sequence for then somebody to give you their name and email or the results page and how they go from there to the next part. And so here I can add all that. It'll then import it, but add a new step. We'll go in here and, oh, sorry, should have already done that. Awesome page. Let's just do it quickly here. Awesome page opt-in. Awesome business start page. Now let's go ahead and create the funnel step. And it'll look something like this and what I have for just one of these. And in here, and this is something that you can get to. I'll cover this to how to clone one of my, again, high six-figure plus per year businesses and make it your own. And this is the template you'll get with addition. So you might see it look different or more or less, but this is what it'll look like on the left-hand side when something is more completed. And then you can share the funnel. I can share it with you, visit the funnel URL. What is the funnel URL? You can learn more of. But back to here, you can use existing, create from blank. And if you use existing, you would already have one. You can select from the funnel and the website, the funnel step that you wanted to add to that. But because this is all blank, we'll go ahead and create from blank. And we do that. And then it gives you everything you need. So in here, you can all go into add elements if you wanted to, add an element, and we can add a headline to this demonstration. But as we see here, want to add a row. This little plus button. See that right there on the bottom? So over here, we have to start with the full section. I was just showing you what it would look like if you had that plus go in and out, in case you were wondering like how to start when you're doing this from blank, because the other ones will give you the templates to start off with. And so I was about to sneeze. And so the other ones will already have that already populated, most likely there. And so in here, you can go ahead and add a row. and then how many do you want to add. So if you use ClickFunnels or something else that looks similar to that, add the element, you can add a headline here, and then you can then click the next part here, or if you wanted to do a different section, you can do that. See that? I'm all the way to green. Go here, probably add a paragraph, and then maybe we add the form. We can do that. Click there, select the form, and you'll have these, and I'll show you how they look like and how to add them. But you can have something as simple as that. Boom, created. And then over here, upon submission, you see everything on the left-hand side here. Redirect user from. Usually you have them go to the next step right there. And then they'll go to the next page, like thank you page. You can save it. Warning, change the default SEO page title and description, but we'll just leave it as it is because of this demonstration. So we'll save that. Make sure you save all your work, but you have different elements you can choose from. So add element, you can go there individually, and then add everything here from order confirmation to navigation menu, all the way up to the headline. And you can even add the form from here, go there, and everything you need to on the right-hand side for quicker, faster access. So it's not a big learning curve at all. It makes it easy so you can put your work out there much faster, meaning you'll get more people to see your pages and more people wanting to buy from you or opt in and get your business moving much faster and profitable if you're not already, or if you are, even more. Gross revenue, net margins, gross profit margins, and a lot more. So going back to here, make sure you save it again. But in the forms, I'll show you how that looks like in a second. Let it load, and then we can add a new step. And we go into here, add a new step. We can name that page, and it's a thank you page. So whenever somebody clicks through and they complete this, you can take them to the thank you page. And then however you want to set this up, you can create a variation for split testing. But what it'll do, it says, please attach a domain funnel settings to start a split test. So what you'll do is you'll come over here to the gear icon. Can't split test unless you have an added domain. So you click here, and you're going to want to add a domain / subdomain, whatever you want to do. So if you have a site, like one of my sites here for funding is viralfundingsolutions.com. And here, I don't want to have to move all of this over to the GoHighLevel. So I can create a root and I can do something like that, and then viralfundingsolutions.com. Or if you have a domain, or if you wanted to do all that and go through it. And then here I can add record manually. So I'll want to do that likely is this what you want to do. And then add this into your cPanel or wherever it is, whoever you're hosted with, if you have GoDaddy or whatever you're doing, uh, SiteGround, whatever it is, you want to make sure you have that, or you have somebody who does that for you. But make sure you do that. I'm not going to go into the whole integration of that. Have that set up. It verifies after like 24 to 72 hours, more or less. And then once that's verified, you can come back in here to the sites and then create the variation, and it'll give you that option to do that. And then again, you can just create more, add a new step, and however you want to do it, and continue there. The stats, the sales, the settings, it's all there. Share the funnel, and however you want to edit it. But going back to this, if you wanted to add a new funnel, and then over 1,000 plus templates, you can do that. And in here, we can select from what we want to have already, depending on the industry and depending on what you're doing. So let's say health and wellness for this one. And because I do have a health and wellness business too. And let's just select one at random. Let's just say the first one. And so you'll see this here. Check it out. See how it looks like. Okay, logo here. I can move with this. Okay, let's go ahead and click continue. Adding template, setting up the color and fetching the typography styles and all this. So we give it a little bit, and then now you're back into the editor. And there you go. Now you don't have to add the whole rows, columns, and that. You can just move it all around here and create what you needed to do, design it for your business, and do quite a bit with it. And then we'll come back here. I'm not going to save this one because I wasn't adjusting it. And I'll show you the rest of it here in just a second. So you also have memberships, but before that, the forms, the form builder in here, like we saw earlier, like templates that were already given, because this was a templated sub account one. And you can go ahead and create a form, start from scratch. You can choose a template, but go in here. And this is what then you'll be able to add into the editor. So you go in here, you can add something as simple as their first name, you can drag it, their email. If you needed to add a number, you could do that too, and more. You see down here, it gives you the image, TNC, compliance, source, CAPTCHA code, the organization. There's quite a bit. And then the button you can add here. And on the right-hand side, it opens this up. So you can say submit now or something like that. Maybe put a, however you decide. Maybe it's in all caps lock. Just submit and then like that, however you decide. And you can change the color of it, the layout, everything is there for you to do that. So background, you can see it in real time how it's changing it, which is great. And then over here, however you want to have the button layout, maybe branding wise, and what is more considered to convert. Look at a lot of that. And then we want to save it, but we want to name it differently. But I'll just leave it as Form 9 right now. And then it's saved. You'll see that. And then I can come back in here to the funnels and then go, let's say, for the awesome funnel 3. And the one that we created, we click in here. We can go to this page, which is the opt-in. We can edit it. And then I'll have the form in here that I can add the element, and then go to forms if you want quicker access like that, to type it or so, or click just underneath it, however you decide. And then you will then be able to add the form. So you're go ahead, add element, form, and in here, see all the information you need. This one, let's see this. What it would do, for some reason right now it's not showing it, but this right here would give you the form that it populates. And here, if you come back to form settings, advanced, type that form right here on the pop-up. You can do it in here, one column, add element, and then form. But it would show you the form that you have. That's what it's done for my other accounts, but this one will show you the form that has been created. So if we come back over here, do that. So in here, form builder again that we were in, creating a form. And you have these forms that will show up there though when you do put that. So it should show up in there. And then like this one on the other account, we move the meeting controls. If I were to go in here and edit it, I can go into my pop-up and then in here, elements, add element, and then have the form. They're added. So that's what would happen. See, for some reason, the other one wasn't bringing up the form picker. I thought I had it, so I did it the same way. Oh, there's something I have to go back in there and do. And then in here, you'll be able to select from the one you want, like the one we created. We can create that one, but this is for a different account. I will save this one and then come back here. But it'll all be there. Don't worry. Shouldn't happen. And in here, all that is created. These surveys, you can go to the survey builder. We'll just click on this one, but you can add a new one, and then it'll look somewhat similar with it being blank. And then here you can go ahead and select from there, go to back, then add a survey together. Chat widget, you can go ahead and implement that. See that here as an example and what it would show like. And then media, open media library. And then we can go back here. And then media, oops, sorry, we were there. URL redirects. You wanted to add that. The domains, like I said again, you want to have a domain added. And over here, we have memberships. But before that, you have websites. If you wanted to add that, go ahead and create a new website from blank, from scratch, or from templates. And let's just say it was from templates, depending on the industry, but let's just select one by random. We can go ahead and do that. Look at the layout. If you decide you like that, go ahead. If not, choose a different one. And then we'll go ahead and wait for this to go through. There it is. Okay. Adding template. And then in here, you can see how it's going to look in the layout. And however you want to decide to change that, that's up to you and your branding. And you can go from there. Make sure you save things that you edit and then exit out. There's a pop-up and all the other features. And you can see the websites there from home, contact, empty inner page. So you'll get all this, which is pretty amazing. And you can just use the website for this. And then blogs, set up, manage, and distribute blog content, create a funnel or website page to host your blog. And it'll give you those details and how to create the blog post. And so you can go all that. And they have other help tutorials. And again, you can always join the Zoom call if you needed that. The memberships, you can go over here and get started. The opt-ins, it'll show you that member sales, checkouts in the last 30 days, and communities, certifications. There's quite a bit of stuff you can do there. So without going too much into all that, let's go into now the reputation. Overview, you can see invites goal, reviews received, sentiment, and activate next listing and quite a bit. So you can track your data and understand what's going on. And here's the reporting, so you can even see that for Google Ads, impressions, clicks, conversions. So you can connect that. It's pretty amazing for the campaigns that you're running, how much on the clicks, cost, revenue, ROI percentage, CPC, click-through rate, sales, CPS. And if you don't have any understanding of this, you can see that it says cost per sale there. You can always hover over it. This one here, cost per lead, leads, impressions. So it's all stuff you want to track in your marketing efforts, a lot of stuff that I track and even more. But here, you can go down here to app marketplace, all the different apps that you can go through and check out for these free and paid and everything else to understand the accounting side. Here, analytics, calling, anything you need to select from, you can go through there. Now the mobile app, if you click there, this will be download high-level mobile app. You can go through this and it'll show you how to download that. And now if we go into the settings under our sub account, you have the business profile you can go ahead and view and then edit it and add it to your liking. Added the call and voicemail settings. So I once had uh, Ring Central. And after having used GoHighLevel, like condensing, you don't want to be paying like 46 or however much you're paying for that. Have it all here, unless you needed multiple numbers uh, for whatever reasons you have going on. But having everything, and even if you can afford to pay, doesn't mean you should be paying for it. I'm there and I'm like, why should I have more separate accounts if I can have something underneath one? And using the things that you need to use and what you're not using, understanding your expenses is very important. And in here, you can even send the Ring Central downloaded voicemail into here. So in case you were wondering, yeah, you can do that. It took me a while to put one voicemail together, but believe me or not, like being introverted already and wanting to make sure it was right, took me like so many tries just to get one just under a minute video voicemail because I was giving them a little bit of information. So you can do all that here. Upload it, it'll give you a section to do that. Update here, contact the duplication preferences if you wanted to, the authorized representative. Then you have the business physical address and quite a bit of information here, the API key that you needed to use. Now, the company billing will be in here for your sub account. You want to add a payment method. It says do not add your own card to sub accounts. Please add your client's sub accounts card and not your own, as this card will be used to bill your clients on your behalf. The funds will be deposited in your Stripe account connected in agency settings. So you'll want to do that, add a payment method. You can go through here, create a new user, and do all of that. Your staff, go ahead and track that. Go ahead and add employees, pipelines to all of this, marketing audit leads. You can see that, create a new pipeline if you wanted to, name it, save it all. And then here, if we go into this, you'll see what's all underneath it from stage name, and then you can add a stage, another one, visible in funnel chart, visible in pie chart if you want them showing there and reflecting. And calendars, we more or less looked at that, but on the appointment side, but you have the demo request. You can create a calendar if you wanted to. Simple calendar, round robin, class booking, collective booking. Let's just say selective. And then you can go ahead and add it from right here. So I'm not gonna go through each one of these, but gives you a lot of variety. Conversation AI gives you an example there and where to go. Go to settings enable conversation AI. And in here, it'll tell you what to do. You confirm and go through those steps to have that then set up. But for this, we'll just leave it as it is and go to the next one, workflow AI. And then you have reviews, content, AI, affiliates, settings, customer menu link, Stripe, and just a little bit more API keys, Stripe, compliance, labs, audit logs, and just so much more. The email services, as we went into earlier, is right there. VLC premium triggers, you can also add that. And we'll go up here and we'll close up this video. So going back to this, you can also switch to the agency view. So this is already agency view, but if you were in a sub account, like let's say we went into this one again, and you wanted to switch to agency view, usually it would give you one here, but go into the sub account on this side. One more step, and then in here, you'll switch to agency view. So you can always go there, and then you'll be back in the agency view, wherever you want to land. But you have the marketplace, the partners, the university. Here, if you wanted to do this with membership, high-level courses, you can go ahead and learn more there. The templates library, there is a plan for this though, where you would have to pay more and upgrade to a $497 a month plan. Just keep that in mind, unless you didn't need it. That's another thing. SaaS education, as you see here, it's time to automate your profits. Welcome to SaaS mode. Why go SaaS mode? And it gives you everything in here and what the specialties of it are. And any ideas you want to add for feedback and all this other stuff there. And then you have the mobile app, as we went into earlier, more or less, the app marketplace and what you could add. And then at any moment you have questions, just go into the settings, or if you need to go into the settings for anything. But you can also use the top over here, the notifications, the need help, view channel log, view your details. But again, needing help is great because you can get into a Zoom call, welcome course, onboarding tutorials, the visit the help center, join their Facebook group, high level events, announcements, live chat, call high level support. It's amazing stuff to have, and they'll guide you through the setup, the onboarding, and it's amazing stuff to get started. Now, on the pricing levels, and we're going to close up right here. Oh, I'll go into the cloning part. So this is what it'll be, what it'll look like, most likely down below if you click the link to get started. And you can go ahead and start your free 14-day trial. Again, the onboarding is very seamless, very simple. If you need help, you can get in contact. But I've made a separate review going over all this that I won't go into right now. But capture leads using their landing pages, survey forms. You have calendars, inbound phone system, and more. Nurture automatically message leads via voicemail, voice calls, SMS, emails, Facebook Messenger, and more or less what we kind of saw. Close. They're built-in tools to collect payments, schedule appointments, and track analytics. Capture new leads. I'm not going to go through each one of these, but nurture leads into customers, fully automated booking, create membership areas. And you see somebody here saying, this is Debbie Du Bois, hopefully I said that right, from Compass Marketing Creative. I felt completely supported as soon as I joined the platform. These guys care about my business and have taken my business to the next level. The technology is continuing to shift and change while getting better and better. They are providing new services and things that I love. Down here, you see more, close more deals. And then from Christine, President and CEO of Nerd Level, it's been a complete game changer for me. We've built our whole business around high level now. We'll never go back. And I know that. You might have other third parties and you think, oh, maybe I move everything here. You end up doing that, or you end up having just a few third party things for what you try to do and what you need to do and education wise and more. But here, grow your agency with more people saying things. You see another one there, and your own white label platform, sell it to your own customer, sell it at your own price, additional revenue source to be added there to your business. Award-winning support, pretty amazing. Join the movement, you can see a little bit there. And the features you would get with it being individual as opposed to putting it all under GoHighLevel. Like on the higher package, you can get like 297, but everything else, if you had it separately, like 7,000 plus per month. The awards, the pricing now. There's a basic starter package at $97 per month. You get all the tools to capture more leads, nurture and close leads into customers, full online booking, pipeline, social, calendar, website builder, and more. Unlimited contacts and users. You can add as many contacts and users as you need. This way, you have an abundance of people to get in contact with. Sometimes you might have the older leads maybe don't get in contact with you as much, or for whatever it is you're doing and you're emailing and you want fresh leads and you have a whole list of people that you can always get back to. That's all there for convenience, energy, and time. And then set up to 3 sub-accounts so you can test out different things and different businesses that you have. Unlimited, 297 USD per month. Everything in the agency starter, API access, integrates with anything, unlimited sub-accounts, as many clients as you need for one price. So you can have as many clients in different businesses, what you need all in one place, excuse me. And that's a great thing to have in case you have multiple businesses, or then you decide, yeah, I want to add another business. What can I, now you already have it. Now you don't have to take the time to go find it and waste this energy and feel dreaded now, like, wow, I gotta go do my research and figure out what's best for me. You have it all in one place. And then in here, branded desktop app, custom domains, and complete control over the look and feel of the platform. I should say your platform because of the white labeling and all that. Awesome stuff. And then have any questions, text us here. You can see that. Click there and you'll get the support you need. Exit out if you needed to. And want to hear more success stories, you can go ahead and view this page. Again, I'll leave it down below. Or if it's in a different format, you can check that out. But I'll leave it down below and you can see more about the company and learn more. So that's a great place to get started. And I do want to say and be transparent that I am an affiliate. So if you do decide to go through my link, I will get compensated if you stay on the plan. And I just wanted to be very transparent with you. I'll guide you if you need any help as your sponsor. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help and guide you in the direction. They also have the support team, which is great. And again, this information will be down below. And over here now, cloning the business. So I have a page that you opt in first. I'll show you down below. It's best to opt in so you see how it's all the process is going so you can get started on your own. And over here, let me see if I can go into this account. And I'm going to go over here to my clone funnel instructions page. So you'll come to a page that looks like this, very like, maybe it's shifted, maybe the words are different, but you'll see this. 100% free tools, videos, templates, and scripts. I won't read through it all, but you see it right here. Revolutionary, clone my insanely profitable funding and affiliate agency services business. One click import this, you can read that. And then residually per month, I'm going to show you multiple ways of doing this, not only just helping clients get funding, but not only just on your team too, because you can bring people in and they get a funding client, you can get a percentage of 10 to 50% of that, but not just relying on those two. And there's reasons for it because not every client that you go personally help and get funding will always qualify or they'll change their mind. They're unpredictable. You have to be prepared for that because it happens even at my level. I work with a lot of high level clients and low level as well, medium tier. I help out quite a bit. I'm always willing to help if it makes sense as well, emotionally as well as logically. I look at the two. And so you'll see that from both ends. So you don't want to rely on just your team getting clients funded and then you get a percentage of them. What if it's neither? What if one of you slows down or the other one slows down or neither one of you do anything or it's not what you wanted, both of you are producing, but you still want something else? This is it right here. And so you see all this, get the word for word script, copy and paste my information there, and I'll help you out. You can customize it to you. You'll get this access to this page so you can customize it, have your own bio link, bio information, and ready to get the tools and templates. You'll go ahead and enter your details here, get exclusive access or get access, however it is, and then update it for 2023. There'll be an in-depth video in here walking you through how to clone all this and most current up to the year that you're on. So it'll say like 2024, 2025, or however it is. But everything underneath you're seeing right here will be explained and it could be added to over time as I'm updating videos and doing things and adding to, but you'll be guided into what you're looking at. But you'll sign up as a partner if you haven't already. In here, you can sign up for where I'm already associated. My website information populates. You'll get that once you're a partner with them and become an affiliate agency. The owner's video, the compensation plan down here, why have a DAC affiliate agency, and then earn personal commissions with daily pay, enroller bonus income match, extended agency bonus overrides, leadership bonus overrides, residual income, and other perks. And you can see all income claims or explanations are for mathematical sample and educational purposes. Income is only earned when you help to secure a client who is funded with capital. You should not expect to earn any of the income shown above as they are shown for demonstration purposes only and are not likely. There is no income guarantee, nor is there any income ceiling. DAC compensation plan is a results-based commission plan, meaning only funded clients will produce income for you. But like I said, don't only have to rely on clients. Yeah, if you produce, you produce. But with this, I'm an expert and I handle a lot of documents. I'm analytical and I like reviewing. But you don't have to handle that. This is already an automated process where if somebody goes into here, they go ahead and read through this page. And then in here, they can go ahead and apply now. And they'll go through like an automated sequence. They'll enter some information. Your ID will be tagged to this. So you'll see that Down here, your name, your agent ID. So when people go through there, they'll handle the process. They'll be handed off where you don't have to collect all that. They're uploading their documents, they're signing the applications. You're going to get notified and doing a lot of things. I work with a lot of different places out there now because I've grown, but I usually come back here when I have to submit a lot through a specific client and a specific service. And in here, you get micro funding for Uber drivers, Lyft drivers. There's a lot of potential here. Line of credit, payment processing, employee pay advance. You also have the employee retention credit, healthcare division, which is huge. A lot of people are doing right now. So if you see this, you'll get all that included. And you can learn more about the different ones, a flat fee RX plan. If that's something you want, I can connect you with this as well, and I'll communicate that with you. And so in here, you'll do that, sign up for free. It's free to get started. And as we go back into this page, let me do that. And become an agent. And you can go ahead and join now. Very safe and secure. I've gone through this myself. Many others have, and there's many people signing up to this. So you see that there, enter some simple details, and then you're good. And then the next step is start your GoHighLevel free trial. So you can want to click copy my funnel. And just so you know, GoHighLevel does give you 40% for the lifetime. 5% overrides, I believe they still are. Maybe they changed things. So whoever they refer, you get 5%. So that can add up rather quickly, and it's going to start paying for your program, your service. So if you just had 3 people, let's say at 39 each, or however it is, reoccurring every month on the plan that they have, it's the higher plan, it's a higher amount. Okay, it might take 3, maybe it might take just 1 or 2, but you're in profit just by using that. And then you can also use it to pay for other services. It'll help you. And I also have this set up on ClickFunnels in case you were wondering. So that's another thing. But while logged into there, you'll import the funnel that I'll give you the share link for, import this, access these done for you emails, all this other stuff. And Aweber, you don't have to add, it's optional as I said there, but if you want to experiment and see, because your first 500 subscribers are for free, you can add that. I always recommend that and seeing how things work in marketing, in the marketing world. Step 6, drive traffic. If you don't know, like 3 people you can bring on, all right? But you can also use paid traffic, like My Lead Gen Secret works, but I recommend these 2 more so, which is Traffic Authority and Genealogy Leads, explosive genealogy leads, and there could be other ones like Leads Leap, but they work very, very well and can convert. But you can use different methods, but you're helping yourself. You can help clients get funded. And with the funnel that I have right here, let me see where it was at, right here, I'll give you the templates for helping your clients. So over here, if they go through this page, let me show you a demonstration. It's all very ethical. It's not me benefiting from everything, just so you know. I still have to go get agents and do this. Like you're going to see it the same, and you're going to figure out how to move this faster. And so you're not just depending on getting clients funded, because a lot of things can change in that. And so over here, there's more information. I'll give you this, and I can give you some, like a free grant list. You can give them as an extra incentive for collecting an email. Start now. They'll go ahead and do this and go there, get exclusive access. And here's the page. You can use my video, my content, my information, everything's already in there. See that? And then they can go ahead and click here once they go through. And then there's a video here that'll explain everything. I have it all already done for you. We'll give it a second. And they'll go through here. They can start the application. You get your own link. You just substitute that in the editor, and it'll go to your website or the exact page. If it was this, you would then use your own ID that you're given. This is mine. You use that at the tail end of each page. You can do that on this one, on that one, and then go from there. But then I have another page that can send them into a different video if they needed to see that first. But now it's the rates video in here. And then there's a button down below. And if they needed to see the next page, oh yeah, I want to see the terms and rates combined. This will explain it to them a little bit, but then this will even go even in more depth. Yeah, great, let me get started. Oh wait, I want to see the application. The other pages won't always have this part. You can split test, but yeah, I want to see this. So now it's going to walk them through all the application, even images that I put together. So your client doesn't have a hassle going through this. And when they're ready to get started, they can go ahead and click that button to continue to the page to begin with. And I also give you the clone stuff, different variations. You can even use my own. Here, let me click this. So if I come down here, let's just select, this is a different funnel now, where if it wasn't matched with DAC, you can go, let's say, rates, for example. And we can go ahead and look at that URL. And then if they're ready to just get started, they can fill out the questionnaire, even 0% interest credit card stacking. I'll show you, I'll give you a done for you document. that you can go ahead and check out. It's already there. You can use that. It's already put together. And click here to fill out a funding questionnaire. It brings them to my site. You just let me know their name and number or name and email, so I give you credit for it. I'm very reasonable in helping you. Certain lenders don't always want you to partner with them directly. They expect more deal flow, cash flow, and there's a lot more to it. And so it's better to go through me. And then once you're building that up, you're getting deals and stuff submitted and gone through, then yeah, maybe I make that introduction if you feel like you want to do that, or continue to submit through me and I'll help you out, especially if you're not doing too much and you just want to have it as hands off as you can. And I'm very reasonable. You'll go in here, especially if you're looking for funding right here. Some results I've helped out with. There's many more, but you can learn more about me. And then non-startup, but you're also going to get a free 6-step pre-approval lending checklist or funding checklist and 900 plus exclusive free grant documentation list when you submit this, more or less as things change. So either one of you that applies to you, you click on one of them, and then there'll be this form you can fill out or you can fill out. And I pre-underwrite/underwrite. So this is not an application. I'll analyze and evaluate what's submitted based on credit, cash flow, collateral. I know how to do it well. Then I'll put together a very, very highly personalized and customized email response with the PDF showing you and them their best funding option and options, thoroughly broken down. And in that PDF, they can reuse over and over again. It's amazing. And they'll click a link to go get started. Or if I ask for a specific lender for certain documentation, here's what you want to do first, submit to me this, and it's over to me so I can analyze it, and then we go from there. But very safe and secure stuff. It's amazing stuff. And on the thank you page, it might be a video of me still where there's a button underneath. They can go start a quiz on their 0% interest journey. And just let me know that that's your client. I can give you credit to help you with, and I'll give you the commission plan and all this other stuff, compensation uh, through email, and I'll send you a lot of this stuff, the expectations. Very reasonable with me. And then, yeah, the rest of it on the back end we'll handle and we'll take care of it and we'll go from there. But there's different options out there for you and your clients to get help with. And that's everything that I wanted to mention. I know off topic from the whole GoHighLevel account, but that'll end this video. If you got value out of it, please give it a thumbs up, share with others who you feel will find value from it. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so and click that bell notification icon so you do not miss any future content I'll be coming out with. And there's so much more to cover. I can only do so much in a video and at the amount of time that we've already spent. But you saw the whole way about it and what you can realistically do and what you can add and all the different tools. And down below in the description, again, is to get started. And I'll go ahead and help you too if you need help and reach out. And then there's the support team. And for the cloned business and for anything else you need help with in other businesses, I can do so as well. So that is everything from me. Appreciate you. Take care.